Good morning, you guys. Good morning. Slightly late start this morning. I couldn't find my glasses. I had to look all around. Finally found my glasses so we could go live. Good morning. Oh, heck. Good morning, everybody. It's great to see you guys this morning. Good morning. Couldn't find my glasses for a little while this morning. I was gonna have to go out to the garage and find my backup pair. Something tells me in the future I should not leave my backup pair in the garage. I wasn't looking forward to going out there because it's freezing. But we found Must Love is cooking and listening. That's cool. There aren't that many people here from California. I've recognized that. Not too many people in general from California. Sandman's cooking too. They would crack bringing them in. They're probably so cold. Well, you guys, have anybody watching the news lately? What's going on in California with their mushroom poisoning? Anybody heard about that? Anybody heard about that? You guys are making me want to cook breakfast now. I think I'm going to make an egg McMuffin when we're done here. Has anybody been hearing about the mushroom poisoning that's going on? You heard about it, Sammy P? No MLD? Yeah. Egg tacos. You're killing the game there, Mark. Did they get it from Australia? They got it from that one lady's luncheon. No. So listen. Why does Pop feel it's necessary for him to read this to the crew? Because pay attention to what the article's going to say, and remember that it's not just California. These death caps are in a lot more places than just California. Officials in California are urging people not to forage wild mushrooms after a rise in poisoning cases caused at least one death. The California Poison Control System has identified 21 cases of amatoxin poisoning clustered in Northern California, likely resulting from death cap mushrooms, the state's Department of Public Health said. The poisoning results in severe liver damage in several people, including children, and at least one of the patients needed a liver transplant for safe. The confirmed cases happened between mid-November and early December, a rainy season in the region that creates ideal conditions for the deadly variety to grow, mostly near oaks and hardwood trees, the California Department of Public Health said. Though the cases are mostly in the Monterey and San Francisco Bay area of Northern California, the risk is statewide, the department warned. Death cap mushrooms contain potentially deadly toxins, Han said in a statement. Because the death cap can easily be mistaken for edible safe mushrooms, we advise the public not to forage for wild mushrooms. The death cap mushroom is never safe to eat even if it is boiled, dried, frozen, or cooked. Eating the deadly mushrooms can cause watery diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, the abominable snowman, and dehydration within 6 to 24 hours. And although the symptoms may initially wane, severe or fatal liver damage can still occur up to 8 days later. Only people with extensive training and experience should eat wild mushrooms that they have picked themselves, said Dr. Edward Moreno, County of Monterey health officer. Be careful if you're foraging. Now, I have to imagine that whole area is not foraging right now. Last I saw, it's flooding. All those mushrooms are being floated away right now. If you look at the weather, national weather in Washington and Oregon it's as bad as a Florida hurricane. Killing it. They're killing, it's just tearing up. You should see the overheads and stuff of the property damage already. Floods everywhere. There's a confluence where 8 different rivers come together, and their normal height is somewhere around 18 feet deep. It's up to 35. Literally 1 foot less than double the norm. So if Nerdy's here, Nerdster, can you tell Death Caps? Because Nerdy is from what I know, an experienced forager. Derek says there's old foragers and bold foragers, but not both. You could be right there. Is Nerdy here? I can tell Death Caps from common lookalikes, yes. When I read these articles, you come to my mind. Isn't that neat, Nerdy? I think about you and you don't even know it. Okay. But you still don't eat the lookalikes. Now that's a risk, right? There's plenty of other mushrooms we can have besides those. Am I right? Let's do a couple of hackadacks. Read a couple of hacks here, and then I'm going to read a couple of articles, and then we're going to do another reading on the Tao. I'm funny. One day I call it Tao, the next day I call it Tao, and then I go back to Tao, and then I go to Tao. Which is the right way to say it? Potato? Is it Tao or Tao? Which one? I know, but which Tao makes more sense to Nerdy? Tao. I feel like even though it starts with the T, right? It's T-A-O, but we call it Tao. And some people call it Bao Chiga Wow Wow. Waz, what's the song say? Wazzy, what's the song say? Jesus Christ, I'm ignoring you this morning. That one was a little crazy. Which is, Wazzy, what song? Downtown? I think I know that song. Dow. You're trying to give me the Dow. I'll have to look at that. Soak a cotton ball. I already pronounced it Tao. Whose boots were made for walking? Only old timers will know. Was it Petula Clark or was it what's her name? The daughter of the one singer. Which one wrote? Was it Nancy? Nurse said it's Nancy. So did Herbie. These boots are made for walking. Boots are gonna walk all over you. Boom, boom. That's a mean song. That's a mean song. Okay? Reminds me of a Vietnam movie. There are certain songs that are definitely Vietnam movie-ish. Right? Especially those that are in the Apocalypse Now movie. Lee Hazel. That's interesting, Sandy. Okay. Sarah, we're going to be stuck with that one all day. Sorry about that. These boots are... Sing along with me. Sing along. It's a good thing to sing in the morning. Come on now. These boots are made for walking, and walking's what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over. Hey, you guys should have been singing. You'd be smiling if you sang. Okay? Oh, Pops, knock it off. Sammy P's drop a mic. Sarah Bears, I was singing. You bet you were. Who else was singing? Okay, who else gave it a shot? Come on, man. Give it a shot, you guys. I'm certainly Pop's croon, Sarah. I am not the Bee Gees. What if the Bee Gees sang it? Should have all sang it, some drums to it. Downtown. I don't know all the words. So, okay. Sarah Pierce, I was singing. Okay. Why sang it like the Bee Gees? These boots, they're made for walking. And walking, don't get to it. Okay, I can't. Let's get back to the downtown. Downtown. Oh, Ozzy, I get it now. That's the song. Down forever. Downtown. Wait, let me look it up. What are the... Come here. Wait. You guys got Pop's croons on the line this morning. It's your fault. Okay, wait. Lyrics to Downtown. Okay. Oh, yeah, there it is. Wait. No. Wait. When you're alone and life is making you lonely, you can always go downtown. When you've got worries, all the noise and the hurry seems to help. I know, downtown. Just listen to the music of the traffic in the city. Linger on the sidewalk where neon signs are pretty. How can you lose? The lights are much probably great when you're downtown. No finer place for sure. Downtown. Everything's waiting for you. No, I'm not memorizing it. I'm reading it right off the book. Okay, that was terrible. I need the music behind me. I could perform better with the music. The way to dagger and put it on a bruise to make it disappear. Vinegar's in everything. I mean, it's not in everything, but it's one. 2/3 of the hacks include vinegar. You know that? You should have 5 gallons of vinegar at your house. Basically. Forget the bottle of vinegar. You should have a 5-gallon bucket of vinegar. Okay? thinks I've lost my mind. You have, Sparky. That's Cheers. Anyways, are you guys... Oh, that was goofy. Oreo thought it was okay. Of cleaning vinegar. Derek Anderson, you're the only one I know that has 3 gallons. Soak a cotton ball in vinegar and put it on a bruise and make it disappear. To prevent loud noises. Oh, this is creepy. This is creepy. There's one guy here that already knows this hack. Are you guys... I'm going to tell you up front, the person that knows this hack. Alright? I haven't heard of it before, but it makes a lot of sense. I think in the future I might start using this hack on a more regular basis. Okay? Pops, what hack are you talking about? Well, first of all, the person that probably knows it the best is Jesus Christ in Australia. Okay? So now are you guys ready for Jesus Christ in Australia's hackadackadoo? To prevent loud noises and backsplash in a public restroom, put toilet paper in the toilet before. Drop a little something something in there. No, I like the hack. I like the idea. I do. I like the idea, but then I know I'm going to add more paper on top of it, right? So at some point, I'm actually having a paper sandwich situation, right? I'm worried about it flushing. Okay? Clogging now. Let's find a hack for clogging, okay? Pour vinegar in it to prevent clogging. Don't charge yourself. That's so creepy. Herbie's half in Australia. I've been noticing that he should moderate himself sometimes. There we go. More vinegar. What the heck? Jesus Christ knows that one, though. Let me tell you. And he's never had a clogger. It's almost like he turned water into vinegar. See what I'm doing there with the vinegar business? No, I agree, Derek. Herbie's an amazing mod. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. He's telling us other applications. Okay. Oh, God. I don't use public restrooms. I so avoid one. Man, I'm holding it and racing home, baby. I don't want to go in a public restroom. I don't. No. I was on a job site one time. You guys have heard this one before. Yeah, you either, Sandy. Forget the public cake. Oh, gosh, darn it. Avoiding. This was back in the day. You guys have heard this one before, but it's true. It actually does happen out there. Job site. We were on a job site doing framing. There's a whole block of houses we were framing. And one of the guys was a jerk. We didn't like him on the crew. So there's one of those guys in the crowd, and Pops wasn't practicing the 4 principles. So everything this guy did, I took personal. Maybe. Or I made an assumption he'd be a jerk. Anyways, he was not a well-liked crew member. Okay? Goes to the outhouse. And it was one of those self-contained ones. There's like no hole down below. He goes to the outhouse, and we pulled him in. Screwed him in. Screwed him up! Screwed the guy in the outhouse. He's in there. The minute, of course, he hears the first screw going in, he knows. So he jumps up or whatever was going on inside. But we did it. I forget how long we left the guy in there, but he was so pissed. Grabbed his nail bags, left the job site. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Instead of scraping ice, you guys are having a bad lag, I apologize. Instead of scraping ice off of your car, try spraying it with a mixture of, wait for it, a third a cup of water, and 2/3 a cup of vinegar. The ice will melt right off. Almost every other hack we read here has something to do with vinegar. Waz, we should try that. Don't you agree? Do you have a flattened pillow? The pillow's looking like a 2x4. Put it in the sun for 30 minutes. The sun will absorb any moisture caught in the pillow and plump it up. Have a good day, Nerdster. Plump it up. The sun just reaches down and does something. It probably kills a few of the bed bugs too. Ugh. How about this one? Accidentally text the wrong person? Did you accidentally text the wrong person? Immediately put your phone on airplane mode, and once it fails to deliver, delete the message. Well, you must have to have fast. Shoot over to settings, hit airplane mode. Come on. Don't they deliver faster than that? Joe? Don't they deliver faster than that? Immediately airplane mode. That's what I'm thinking, Joe. I don't know. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it with somebody today. Oreo says she thinks it's pretty darn fast, too. I think it's pretty fast. How much lag is there in texting? That would be an interesting study. How long does it take for the guy to receive the text? Go. 1.3 seconds. And then we've got phones like, I don't think the lag is very much. Let's go over here. Have any of you guys heard what the color of the year is this year? I think the word of the year is this year is rage bait. Rage bait. Now think about that for a minute. That's right, nerds, you are right. But think about the word of the year. Rage bait. It's like clickbait, but rage bait. How could that be so popular that it's literally the word of the year? We bait each other, the human race. We decide to bait each other into rage. And we're kind of celebrating it. I don't know. Rage bait. I don't think there's anything okay about that. I don't even like clickbait. Does anybody feel the same as I do about that? There's a lot of cooking rage. I don't get it. Maybe I'm an old fuddy-duddy. I'm a little fud on the dud side. I don't want that to be the word of the year. I want them to change it to something like gratitude. Gratitude is the new word of the year. It flies, does it? I'm sorry about the lag some of you guys are having. Okay? Share kindness as a compound word. I like that. Ghastly's like Pops, 4 agreements. Pops, you remember the 4. I like that. Student, you just got an A. You just got an A, Ghastly. Pantone. Pantone's 2026 color of the year is revealed. With the near just weeks away, the color experts at Pantone have declared is Cloud Dancer. Cloud Dancer is a billowy, balanced white imbued with a feeling of serenity. A color that's designed to both soothe us and inspire us to make a fresh new start. Pantone's 11-4201 Cloud Dancer is an ethereal with a calming influence in frenetic society. The color is similar to a blank canvas. Pantone said, "We used to call it white. Here's the color. Color of the year. So soothing. Man, I'm feeling connected to the universe. Okay. Cloud dancing. Here we go. Cloud dancing. Boss is impressed. That's the cloud. Oh, doctor's office white. Oh, I'm a cloud dancer. Ghastly. Oh, God. I look at that, I see Casper the Ghost. I'm not kidding you. You gotta be kidding me, man. White is the color of the year. No, not white. Cloud Dancer. Lab coat white. Oh, Pop's hair white. Bubblegum. That's like the box white versus the expensive one. This is expensive white. You can tell. It's billowy, balanced, white imbued with a feeling of serenity. We are so full of it. Our society, our culture is so full of it. Okay, we are. Just admit it so we can move on. All right, we're full of it. Oh my bitch! We're full of it. White and rage bait. Gosh darn it! We're going downhill so fast. We're going downhill. Okay, here we go. I'm going downhill and my rolls canardly. You guys are talking about cool cars here and stuff, Tyler and those. Some of you have heard this before, but my favorite car that I've ever owned, it was one of my first cars. My favorite car is a Rolls Canardly. Tyler, what do you think about Rolls Canardly? Performance-wise. I'm not talking its looks. It's got a unique look. Okay? But a Rolls Canardly. It's extravagant and luxurious and billowy and causes serenity. You guys know about my first car, the Rolls Canardly? Rolls down one hill and can hardly make it up the next. I still laugh every time I tell that one. Okay? Oh, I got Sammy and I got Ghastly. I got Mike. It's in my catalog along with my Burger King underwear joke. Okay. Gotta get out and shove it. Oh, that's funny too. Rolls Canardly, that's what Pops drives. I'm cooking while listening. I love you guys. I hope we've laughed a little this morning. Are we good? Are we good? T-Birds are a beautiful car, I agree, but I like the old ones. The really old ones with the porthole in the side. Not the new fake ones with the portholes. I hope you guys are laughing just a little bit this morning. Okay? Vaggie always laughs. She's such a sweet girl. Okay. Mike, don't forget to tell your friends about your car. You used to have back in the day, your Rolls Canardly. Let's go to Dr. Wayne Dyer. Put together a book. He used all of the verses of the Tao. He writes some stuff afterwards, and then he finds one of the things that Lao Tzu, the original writer of the I Ching. Tomorrow we're going to talk just a little bit more about exactly what it is the Tao, or Tao. We're going to talk about that just a little bit, so we have a broader understanding of it, and understand that we're not speaking religion at all. These are like spiritual principles. I believe that there's, that was a cool car, Subaru Brat. Goofy, that was what made it cool. Where was I? I'm to speak for the last 20 minutes or 30 minutes here about spiritual things. And just bring have our laughter and learning early, but not that we're not still learning, but along a spiritual line. And so much of this that I learn and I'm reading in the Tao, I remember reading, but I didn't have some of the life experience that I have now that's bringing new meaning to what I'm reading. It's like a complete new understanding and a desire to practice like never before. I spent my 30s, 40s, 50s, all the way up to 60 years old, just grinding out there like the rest of the world, looking to make money, looking to, big shot it, have the biggest, have the best. I really did. Red, and it had to have a turbocharger on it, and I had to be at the races, and I'm a race car driver, and my paint job, I have to win paint job of the year. They always have a contest at the beginning of the year, whose car has the coolest paint job on it. I desired to win that. Stupid when I look back. Flying, doing all kinds of stuff that just buffed up my ego. And really that's all it was. And it's funny, I have to account some of it to older age, but I also account a great deal of the new way that I think to do with microdosing. I wasn't paying attention to it at all. I hadn't been out on a hike in nature in 30 plus years. I hadn't fished. I hadn't gone fishing since my early 20s. I hadn't done anything close to, I'm going to use the word, hugging a tree. The most I would do is go to the park maybe and throw a football with somebody. That's as close to nature as I ever got. And the microdosing's changed that paradigm in my mind to the degree that be nature. And I didn't even know what I was talking about. I just knew I needed to be more nature. It would calm me down, slow me down, eliminate a lot of anxiety. I haven't been much of a depressed person, but anxious, yes, you can clue me in on the anxious group. But egocentric, for sure. Hypocritical, for sure. People pleaser, for sure. Enabler, 100%. Talking with my sister a couple of weeks ago, enabling is crazy. We really do, in our heart, think that we're helping somebody as a human. And we allow it, we sponsor it. Some of us let them live with them for 4 years doing it. And doing nothing about it. Except for you get a bitch at them. I wish you would do that. Why don't you, next month, give another bitch session, but you're really doing nothing. Not holding anybody accountable. Not making sure that people you love are either progressing with your help or they need to find another avenue. Enabling's crazy. Because at the end of the day, you're not helping you are not helping the person you're enabling. You are not. What you're doing is you don't want to feel it. You don't want to worry about them living out on the street homeless. It's going to hurt you too much. So you mask it by enabling the person to not progress. But all you were really doing was taking a pain reliever. You don't want to feel it. I'm talking to myself because I didn't want to feel it. Because I liked the occasional spurts of companionship. But you've got to buck up on those situations. First, you have to love yourself. Yourself is the key. You're not loving yourself. You're loving the lack of pain. You're not setting an example for the correct way to work with the person that you're enabling. You're setting an example of the exact opposite way. That was a random ramble. You have got to let people go. You've got to let them go. You've got to let them experience whatever they're going to experience without you. If they come back to you, that's wonderful. If they don't, you did your best for the time you had them. But enabling them is not helping them. It's you taking the strain off of yourself, but you're putting a different strain on. Now you're mad all the time at them. A couple of you get what I'm talking about? Do a couple of you guys get what I'm talking about? And it's hard. I'm not joking. I'm in it. If you don't see somebody really doing something for themselves, how much more effort are you going to put into trying to do something for them? But what you're really trying to do is avoid your own pain, your own The people will judge me because I didn't do such and such for so and so. That's taking it personal. There's a lot of us here that have been in that situation. We've enabled Tao, by the way. Let me get to that. I just know there's a couple here that's going through it this week. They've mentioned it obliquely. I know I'm going through it. As much as I care about my son and I love him to death, I had to stop enabling because I don't want to gossip. If there's ever a story being told, both people's heads should be on the same screen. And I'd say it and the other person could reply and you'd have a balanced perspective than just hearing one person. But I can tell you right now, I'm going through it. Holidays for it. You have to be willing to experience a different kind of pain. The pain of sending a text and not getting a reply. Now what do? You keep texting? Or do you just stop texting because they're not replying? Or do you just do the correct thing? The correct thing is to keep your side of the street clean. Period. Always have kind things to say and do the kind thing. And after that, let the Tao take over. The Great Way is universal. It can apply to the left or the right. All beings depend on it for life. Even so, it does not take possession of them. It accomplishes its purpose. But makes no claim for itself. It covers all creatures in the sky that we're talking about here in this verse, the Tao. All things return to it as to their home, but it does not lord it over them. Thus, it may be called. Don't lord it over them. Thus, it can be called great. The sage imitates this conduct by not claiming greatness. The Christian religion puts it, the first will be last, and the last will be first. This is a spiritual principle on our planet. You cannot be great by putting yourself first. That isn't a great place. It's an ego-centered, narcissistic spot. And it's, you put yourself there because of fear. Because you're afraid of what they're going to think about you. You're afraid of your own opinion of yourself. In this verse, perception of greatness. Typical definitions tend to center around the amount of fame and fortune that an individual accumulates in his or her lifetime. Oh, he's a great person. Because of his fortune. Because of his fame. As the previous verse emphasized, the power to dominate and control others can also be used as a benchmark of this quality. Because I have power and control over people, I'm great. Great men and women are often thought of as having been instrumental in affecting the course of human events in a positive way, making the world a better place on either a local or a global level. Greatness, then, is a claim made by and for individuals who stand out from the crowd. Verse 34 of the Tao Te Ching describes greatness in an entirely different manner. Such a quality, Tao, which is so all-encompassing that every plant, every creature, and every human originates and lives because of it. The energy in the universe, the indescribable energy that over the eons and over all of the man-made religions, we've named certain gods and things like that. And it's an energy that exists. Otherwise we wouldn't have had a spark of life at the beginning of life. Something gets the seed. Something is blowing the wind. Something makes a leaf drop from a tree. Something. And none of those things consider themselves great. And yet they're great. The combination of them all together doing what they do, what we do in the cycle, is great. It's incomprehensible when we try to comprehend it. It blows my mind out, and I look at how great the energy in the universe is, how big our universe is. It's still expanding. It's still expanding. There's still more things out on the cosmic horizon for us to know. Well, want to really get mind-boggled? Go deep sea diving. We have a whole nother world on our planet. Fish we've never even seen or heard of. A whole biological environment. It is mind-boggling. Give me 5 people that don't think Pops is freaking out, and put myself in a different plane of consciousness for right now. It's a shame that I'm lagging this morning. I'm sorry about that. To me, it's mind-boggling. The Tao doesn't ask for recognition of any kind. That energy does not ask, "Hey guys, look at me. I got more votes than you did. I have a bigger boat. I sold my image to Madison Avenue. Aren't I great?" We would live in a really creepy universe if it was constantly reminding us how amazing it was out loud. It is constantly reminding us. But are we paying attention? But are we paying attention? The Tao doesn't ask for recognition of any kind, for it has no interest in fame or being thanked for all that it provides. It is indifference towards the notoriety that makes things great. When you change the way you think about this quality, you'll see your world in an entirely new way. You'll no longer be gauging appearances and accumulations. Not being worried about appearances or accumulations. Stick with the basics. Keep it simple. Keep my accumulations extremely simple. Do what I'm doing because the Tao does what it does just because it is what it is. Pops does what he does because he's Pops and that's what he does. Not because I'm looking for recognition, greatness, a title, something. That's the perversion of the human thought. It's the old Pops. How do I look in this car? How about this $800 suit? What do you think? There they all go. They didn't want that pile of leaves. I don't want a pile of stuff. I don't. I don't. You'll no longer be gauging appearances or accumulations. And you won't notice how much power you or anyone else uses to look. For the unfolding of the Tao in everyone you see. Now I'm going to look at people not in what they're wearing, not in what they have accumulated and have, but in the spirit of who they are. When I see someone, I want to look at who they are, their core. Love it and not. I know some of you agree with that. When we change our mind, what's greatness? Greatness is what you are in the center. Perhaps for the first time you'll notice greatness in others. Well, I'm not great. Oh, really? Really? I'm here to tell you you are. I'm here to tell you we are. But not for the things that we have. Not for how you treat one another here every morning. How you welcome somebody new. You're amazing, actually. You'll be able to look at the sky and see its grandness. The sky demands absolutely nothing in return. As you change your enculturated views of greatness, begin seeing a different world. You'll see the importance of everyone, including those individuals you've previously identified as difficult or unreasonable. I'm changing my opinion about the wrong way. That's a me problem. That's because I'm looking at them through the wrong sets of eyes. Well, why don't they just act like I want them to? Maybe the way they're you'll see the importance of everyone. You'll begin to see that the holiness, that the ferments in the galaxy are working for you. You'll begin to trust that greatness is every person's heritage. The Tao is everywhere. Therefore, the quality will be visible in all things and all people. If you believe that the energy of the universe is everywhere, and it is great, then everything we see is great. Discontinue to who are perfectly capable of making their own choices what to do. In your family, remember that you do not own anyone. The poet Khalil Gibran reminds you, your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. This is always true. In fact, disregard any inclination to dominate in all relationships. Listen rather than expound. Pay attention to yourself when you're having a judgmental opinion and see where self-attention takes you. One of allowing. You'll begin to see the true unfolding of the Tao in yourself and other people. From that moment on, you'll be free of frustration or ego-dominated expectations. Offer yourself on one more paragraph. One more paragraph. I know it's laggy. Offer yourself a definition that doesn't use any standards of appearance or traditional external measures of success. Notice those who give much, boast little, nurture others, and decline recognition or credit, and put them in your greatness file. Encourage yourself to practice these same behaviors. Begin noticing how the Tao is always landing, non-possessing manner. Can you see how great that truly is? In your life doing just that. Seek them out. Acknowledge them while quietly emulating what they do. Remember that a great sage never claims ownership of greatness. So when you change your definitions, you'll see that quality cropping up everywhere, especially within yourself. You are great. Today has been great. The energy of the universe is incalculably great. 4 things I'd like to remind us of today. Be impeccable with our word and our action. Don't take anything personal, expectations. And always do your best. This is a practice of have a wonderful, great day, you guys. I'm extremely sorry for the lagginess here today. Mr. Phillips and Michael Patterson, there he is, and Ghastly and Joe Dees and Derek Anderson and Ghastly and Jesus Christ in Australia and J.W. Owen, hoping the sun shines on everybody today. Cleany and Derek Anderson and Sue Little and Ghastly and Kimberly. Should have gotten out the tow rope earlier. Jesus Christ and Joe Dees and Derek Anderson, thank you for sharing my email. Jesus Christ and Don and Mark Z. And I get it. Run, Mr. Marmars, Kimberly, Don and Mark, Jesus Christ and Kimberly the Golden Bolden. Mr. Marmars, Rodman, Jesus Zozo LSD, Sue Little, Oreo, have a great day. Vegas, have a wonderfully great day. Jesus Christ, Cyber Jolie, happy birthday. I missed your birthday a couple of days ago. I didn't know. I won't be around today, but I'm going to drop you a package in the mail this weekend. Okay? Happy birthday to Cyber Jolie. I missed it and I apologize. Kimberly the Golden Bolden, Trenty the Trenty Trenderson, and Rodman and Jesus and Pidgey Page. Paige, have a wonderful, great day. Nipper, have a fantastic, great day. Ghastly and Jesus Christ and Mr. Mormon. I've been liking reading this, by the way. I've been liking this. We've had a couple of really good messages out of it, in my opinion. Mike Barabal and Dawn and Marky and Herbie and Laura, have a beautiful, divine, great day. EMT, you too. Mike Barabal and Joe Dees and Ghastly. And Mike Barabal and Mello, good morning, have a great day. Wazzy, Michael, thanks for sharing and spawning. That's a nice way to put it. Michael Patterson, Sammy P, Don and Mark, Mello and Don and Mark and Joe and Nippy. Happy belated birthday to Jolie. And Derek and Wazzy and Cyber Jolie. Again, I'm sorry I missed that, but I just saw it yesterday on IG. Oreo, love you. Jesus Christ and Joe and Sarah Bear, I'm giving her a big hug. Mike Barabal, Ghastly, and Shamsarazan Udin. There it is, Shamsarazan Zane Newton. Pops, peace, love. Be the greatness that you are. The non-judgmental. Not worrying about our appearances or our accumulations. But worrying about what we offer and how the Tao can flow through us and exhibit a goodness and a kindness just like the sun does for us every day. Pops, peace, love, out. See you tomorrow.